Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who have seen my previous videos and liked them, shared them, and special thanks if you subscribed. If you're new to the channel, I'm very happy that you found me. Today we're gonna take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of May from a money, career and finance perspective. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever messages resonate and leave the rest behind. But let's get started. In the center of your reading, you do have this Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card that indicates some kind of a stalemate, some kind of an indecisiveness, a situation when you have hard time weighing your options, you are kind of sitting in the middle. It can mean that there are some conflict at work and you're kind of in the middle of this conflict and you don't want to pick sides. Usually the story behind the card is that you are you have two options to choose from and you have a hard time to pick. Now these two options, as I said, there can be two sides, but it can be two opportunities, two positions, two businesses, something two that you need to choose from, and you are sitting on the fence and you don't know which one to choose. You do have the Moon card here, which is a card which is indicating to listen to your inner voice, think it through, remove your blinders, and choose whatever your instinct is telling you. Now this card might tell you that, okay, actually do the due diligence and do the research before you're choosing. So anyway, there's something in your money, career, life that you're supposed to make a decision about and you have a hard time. Okay, so the reading starts with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a very nice positive energy. It is something that you know, it's a card of happiness, nostalgia, creativity. It might be that you have some creative projects that you've been working on and you worked on and it's influencing you. But generally it's a card that is an indication that there's something from the past is influencing you. Now this past can be somebody you worked with, somebody you, an old workplace, an old boss, an old co-worker. For some of you this can be just an indication that you're working with children, you're working with young people. But it can be some card that it shows some innocence, or for some of you it can be a recent gift, or there might be that some of you it's an indication that you received an inheritance recently. So take it whatever resonates. The next card is the Fool. The Fool is another card that can mean innocence. So you do have kind of two cards talking about that. But it's a card of freedom, adventure, travel, and a card that is all about a new beginning. It is the time when you're taking that leap of faith to take the first step into something new. This can be a new career, new job, new business, new project, and it seems that your indecisiveness has something to do with this new beginning. Now since this Fool card is related to the Six of Cups, so I think this new beginning has to do with somebody from your past, somebody you worked with, somebody from your family, somebody, an old job. So there's something coming to you, some new opportunity is presented to you from your past. The next card is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card that shows leaving something behind, walking away from something. Usually, this person is going on their journey to follow their passion. That's why they're wearing red. To follow their passion and find their happiness. So I think there got to be something that you've been leaving behind or you're thinking about leaving behind. So it can be a job that's not fulfilling, and you're walking something towards something that's gonna be better. Now it can be a business that you're walking away. You might started some kind of a business with somebody from the past, and you kind of say, you know what, it's not working, so I'm walking away from it, and then this might be the hard decision. Then it might be that you are presented with an offer from somebody you worked with or the uh, uh, old employer, and you're walking away from your current job that is not fulfilling for you. So take it as it resonates. Um, and then we do have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, pages, as generally they bring news. So this news can be something related to a job, an application, a business, and usually the Page of Cups brings good, positive news. So I think if you've been applying for something, you might get the news that you're getting it. But this can be another card that shows innocence. So you really have like three cards here talking about innocence, and this card can be just a dreamer as well. So sometimes this card can kind of warn us that, you know, if we want to do our dream job or our life path, you shouldn't just dream about it. We should actually take steps to achieve that. But again, it's generally a good news. But I kind of feel that you have some kind of a decision related to this news. Then you do have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is generally a card that shows somebody grieving something that didn't go well. Like it's a card of sadness, loss, guilt, regret, trauma. And the main message of this card, that, you know, this person is focusing on the negative, whatever went wrong. Now this can be anything. It can be a business that didn't go as you planned. It can be a job opportunity that didn't go as you planned. But this card is always tells us that there's something still there to salvage. So there's still something there to look behind and see the positive of it, because not everything is lost. It's important in this case that your sadness is not really taking over yourself. Now, for some of you, you really have two cards that can indicate inheritance. So if you lost somebody in the past, I think you might have some inheritance, and you're gonna get the news about it. Again, this happened in the past, so I don't see that anything like that would happen. This is just the news about the inheritance for some of you, not everybody. But again, it's very important that you move forward and you see the positive. Let's see what we have in the rest, but please, before that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That's a message for me that the reading resonated with you, and it helps me to grow the channel and get the message out to those people who need it. And I'm happy to read in the comment section as well what's going on in your lives. So the last column starts with the Three of Cups. What a great energy. Because it's a card of celebration. It's a card of get-togethers, reunions. You have kind of a theme here, that reunion of meeting people from the past. But again, it's a card that's talking about socializing, festivities, celebrating something. It can be a graduation, it can be that you got the job that you've been waiting for. So something positive that you're gonna celebrate and you're gonna be happy about. And we have the Three of Swords as well. So the Three of Swords is very much connected to the Five of Cups energy, which is another card of showing pain, stress, loss, and generally it's not a good card, because it is talking about pain and sadness. So I think that there's something definitely happening to you that will give you some grief from a financial and career perspective. This might easily be a job loss or loss of a business. But there's something that here that you can choose from, right? It seems that something is ending, but and something is beginning, because you do have the Fool, and you do have the Page of Cups that's gonna deliver you some good news. But there's something in the cards that will show you that you're gonna have some sadness in this change, whatever is happening. Now, for some of you, if you're going down this inheritance, it can be just an indication that you are still mourning the person that you might have lost in the past. But you know, the card is always telling you to stay positive, right? Even though you've been going through some pain. And you know, it's a card to, if you lost your job, or you're losing your job, then it's important that you take some time off, do things that you would normally don't do, so you get your attention away from whatever happened and let yourself heal. And let's see the last card. The Ten of Cups. Finally some positive, finally some good cards for you here. You have other good cards as well, but I'm very happy for the Ten of Cups for you, because you have some hard times that you've been going through, and the Ten of Cups is that energy when you have the rainbow after the storm. So I think you're gonna find your happiness. It's a card of happiness, reunion. So you might have meeting people that you haven't met in for a while. It can be some gathering, stability. It is a card of happily ever after, luck and abundance. So I think you're gonna find your happiness, even though you're gonna go through some hard times. But this card indicates that there's a lot of happiness is coming to you once you processed your sadness and loss. But again, there's some positive change that it will come to your life. So Virgos, that's all I have for you. I hope that this message helps you, and I will see you again.